Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you all stopped by today. It's Friday and I'm going to work on the Junkmail junk journal. And the last time I was showing this, I was reinforcing the spine. And what I did here is I put a piece of that fabric I had, but it wasn't quite enough. So then I added some muslin, and I just kind of randomly stamped it just so it has something on it and it wasn't plain. Then now I have this spine that's actually pretty large. I don't know, I didn't measure it. Let me see what it's. Oh, it's about an inch. Okay, well, let me see how this fits with the an inch spine. It almost is not enough. Well, I don't know exactly how many pages I have. I still have embellishments to do, but not a lot. So what would you guys do? I'm thinking maybe I should put some like coffee dyed sheets in between some of these pages, but not to decorate, just to have as a some journaling space. So I wasn't planning on that. Let me see what happens here. So what was the width of this? Or the height, I guess. It's a little over 5. So if I tear my sheets of paper in half, let's see. Let me get some. What I have in coffee dyed at the moment. So let's see. I'm thinking if I did it this way, that would work. All right, so let's just do that. I'm just gonna, you know, every time I go to get something out of my second drawer or third drawer, I always open the first drawer, and I know it's not in there, but let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, let's try to see what sides up. Okay, so basically there's a page there. I don't know if I might need to make 2 signatures. Might be a little too thick. We'll just have to see. This coffee dyed paper here is probably about 3 years old. I think it was some of the first that I ever made. I just found it the other day. I've been finding things. This one's so crispy, it's burnt on the edge. So let's see, did I go? Yeah, that way. So I hope everybody's doing well. I've been very busy, as much as I can do in a day. Not a lot, that's for sure, but I wanted to get some stuff done. I think I'll leave that one. And it's, you know, it's hard to get things done. Well, for me, because I don't have the energy or the... Yesterday I went to the store. Went to TJ Maxx. because I needed to get a little gift. Well, I needed a gift for my granddaughter's birthday that we're going to celebrate Easter Sunday, which is like tomorrow almost. I think I'll put one in here because I think I will. Let's see what other page. Okay, that's cardstock. That's cardstock. I don't know if you can really, this is one I made with rusty water. I do like it. I've never used it because, you know, it's not a good page to write on. But in this journal, it won't matter because you can write on just that small little section or this small section. Or with a dark pen, you can write over all of it. So anyway, I went to TJ Maxx and I wasn't really able to walk. Well, I shouldn't say I wasn't able to walk. I did get it into the store. I walked in, but I could not park in a handicap, which I have a handicap parking thing. Now, I don't know if I want to put anything between this, because I think I want to glue this down and make a pocket. And that would show up behind it, so I don't want to add more there. And this one, and so once I got in the store, because I had to do it. You know, it's like I had to make myself go do it, and I did. And then, is that the center? Yep, I think so. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure that's the last, because I might not have these. I'm not sure where the center is. Which, yeah, because that's not folded. Should be folded like that. And this should be folded. This should be folded, which I guess it is over there. Here and here. I guess I'll find out when I go to sew it in. Because I was going to turn off the camera for a minute to do that. I kind of lost track of what I was doing. But that's not unusual for me. So let's just do this here and here. So just adding those little piece more papers, it'll probably fill that section in better. Yeah. This is sticking out pretty far, but I don't mind it. I might find some other ones to stick out. All right, so what I'm going to do now this is all cracked here, but it's all reinforced. So I'm just going to let it be that way. This crack that, you know, was on there. We kind of made the spine a little wider than it was originally. Something's under my foot again. Okay, so I'm going to stop right here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and put a, binding in there. I think I'm going to try this black and white and see if I can get that through. All right, so hold on. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I stitched in with this baker's twine, And I went to the outside because I thought it would be kind of cute to have a bow on the outside. So now the pages are in, and I hope they're all straight. I guess we could move it a little bit. But anyway, doesn't have to be perfect, you know, it's junk mail, junk stuff. Okay, I'm just checking to see. I tried to make sure everything was lined up before I stitched it, but it was a struggle to get that thread through. The thickness of the thread, I mean, it's double when you're putting it in with the needle. So, it looks like it's not too bad. I wanted the envelopes to catch at least 2 holes so that they wouldn't be flopping around. Okay. Okay. Why do I feel like something's wrong there? I don't know. That's good. That's good. Okay. So I think we're good to go and keep going. See what else we can add to here. All right. It's coming along. It's getting cute. I don't care so much for these pages, so if I put ephemera, I might just concentrate on these back pages. This one here, we're just going to need a pocket. Oh, sew the pocket down. We're going to need a journal card to put in there. And so, I'm probably going to have to use cut some cardstock and make cards to fit. I don't know that I have any. I can use the back of these. I didn't use all of them, and I don't need them all stored anywhere. So I can make a journal card out of that. That will fit. Has that got a window? Yes. Okay. So, that has a window. So that's okay. Whatever I put on the other side we'll cover it up. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm just going to fit the cards in here until we get, if I see something come up, paper or something that I want to put on there. I thought I could use some of these little tags and stuff I made collaged, but I don't know. It's okay. I guess I could cut that in half. That's too small. This one I was thinking for somewhere because I tried to put it in a pocket. Well, I think that's okay. We'll just, I have some more, but this is kind of a teeny pocket. So let's just go with the, where's the journal card I had? Oh. Let's just put this in here for now, and I'll just figure out what to do with it. Okay. Here's a background. Okay, so I have this little envelope, and what I want to do is make this like a belly band. And it was funny because I was going to make one of these, and then I saw Kathleen Mower, or Mauer, I'm not sure, make one, and she said somebody else was making one, and now I'm going to make one because I want to. So in here, I was thinking I could put, is this going to fit? I may have to cut it down a little bit. Well, anyway, this is going to be, this is going to hold a journal card here. Okay. And I'm going to make another closure, kind of like the other one we did. Like so. But I want to cover at least this inside with I'm not really sure now how I want it. Okay, so I want to cover this part so that if you take this out, because this will flip open. Well, I think I'm going to try to tie it shut. So I don't know. I don't think I was going to put, yeah, I can't close this part up because if I do, I can't slide a card in there. So it's going to be left open. So let me just sit this here for a second. And let me find something. I found this in my dad's. It was their farm. Well, it says farm and home plan. This was the government used to give these to the farmers when they had loans. And they would come and ask for these. So better way. So they had to record everything that they spent and everything that came in. And so this was a whole year. Let's see, I don't remember the year offhand. I just made a copy of it, and I was so disappointed because look at how much difference. I don't know if you can tell, but this is the copy of this. Now, why didn't I get like this color? My printer just, I guess, does whatever it wants because this is so gold. And it's not true to color. So I kind of wonder if the things that I'm printing, even from the designers, are too gold because that's what the color of my printer is doing. I don't know. Anyway, what year was this? It was like 1955. 1955. So this was the last year we were on a farm, and we moved to Washington State. Okay, so that is just going to be, because I really just need to cover this inside part. They moved to Washington, where my mom was from. You probably have heard the story. I've probably told it before, but anyway, she was from Washington, and so when my parents could not pay back the loan, oh jeez, and the loan was only $1,500. So the government, you know, they forced him. It's like a foreclosure almost type thing. So the government comes along and says, your loan is due, because they could do that back then. I don't know, they might still be able to do. It was like a government, like a what do you call that? Fannie Mae loan? Something like that. Anyway, now I have to cut all that down and save this bottom part. So when they called the loan due, my parents owed I guess, $1,500. That was the loan that they took out for like feed and machinery and stuff like that. I'm not doing this very well, but let's see. Let's put a little ink on it. Yeah, so when that happened, which happened to a lot of people, because there's a letter even from that my grandmother wrote that said that a lot of farmers were having to give up their farms. So I don't know what happened, you know, what caused it, but anyway, they sold everything. And I have a bill of sale for their auction, and all the money that they made on the auction goes to the government toward the loan, right? Well, the day of the auction, nobody showed up except a couple of my dad's brothers and a neighbor, I think. And when they were selling like their tractor or whatever it was, they all bid really low. And that way, the government didn't get their money. So, that's the story that I heard. Could have got bigger scissors out. I cleaned my scissors, so they are working a lot better, my other scissors. My little Busy Bee scissors are they're just worn out. Okay. I guess it doesn't. Oh, darn it. Okay. I guess that's. I want to stick that on. Jeez. Hey, I did it. I made a mistake. I thought I was going to get through this one. Okay, not too bad. Still pretty sticky. Okay. So I'm just going to throw a little ink on this. Is that the right edge? Yeah, just no ink left. So like I was telling you about my trip to TJ Maxx, and I'm walking through the store and I'm like, wow, you know, I'm making it. And gosh, I didn't even, you know, I'm not where I have to say, okay, I've got to go home. And so, of course, that meant that I spent more money than I wasn't even planning to buy what I bought. What I went to get was a gift for my granddaughter. And I knew what I wanted to get her. And I wanted to get a new, like a spring purse, or a summer purse, really. And I wanted one with the, a straw one, you know, like but I couldn't find anything. They were all just weird. And they were all really more than I wanted to pay. But I thought, okay, well, if I find one that I really like, you know, pay it. Not over $100 or something like that. Some of them were. Okie doke. Now, we're gonna, I think that's what where I wanted that card. I think. Okay, so, I don't know, should I decorate this somehow? I'm not sure. I'm going to end up messing this up, I can tell. Because I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, so if I put this on there, and then I was going to put one of these rings. Where'd you go? Like these, instead of making those rings that I did the other day, I was going to use one of these on there and punch a hole here. Punch a hole in this and then bring a tie well, let's see. I'm not sure. So, okay, that ring is on there. So it's already been inked. I think I want that one on there. I'm not sure what else I have. Where'd you go? Tabs. I could put something bigger. This is a little bigger here. I'm just going to stick with this one. Okay, I'm going to glue that down so it'll stay in place while I punch. So anyway, and I bought a bunch of stuff, and boy, by the time I was leaving that store, because I had to stand in line for a while. Come on, move. And then, you know, it just hit me, and my leg just like said, "You've had enough." And I could barely get myself in the house with the stuff. Well, I left it outside because I had to stop again at the grocery store for just a minute. And I thought, okay, I'm only going in there for like 2 things, which is about what I did. I got some salad I needed. And, you know, by that time I was really out of it. I was just looking at these little things here. That are sticking over here in this little box. No place to go. Let's see. Do this up here. Let me stamp a little bit first. I think I like this little one here. I put, this is on a book page, I think, because it's so, what do you call it, flimsy. You know, we really probably should do another bird. It's too big. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's just a little too big. I mean, I kind of like his size, but I have any other smaller ones. These were not easy to fussy cut. Whoops. Okay, well, I can decide that in a minute, I guess. I'm just going to get some stamps. You know what? I should show you. The other day, somebody was stamping, like, on the paper and then stamping off the ink and then inking. So it was in the background. And I had pulled out my London Fog. This is by Memento. And I thought, what if I stamp it with this with this light gray, and it'll look like I stamped it off. Let me show you. Let's see. Do I want script or do I want some background stuff? I think I'll have a little bit of script. Okay, so that is the light gray. Let's see how it doesn't show up like it would if it was a dark black. So that's a little tip if you guys have, you know, a light gray color. And that just stamps it and gives it a little bit of texture behind. What's that going to do with this? Okay, I thought I had some. Okay, 1962. I need to ink this up a little. Because it was hard to fussy cut. All right, well, let me put my I don't know how long I've been on. Oh, not too bad. I might make it before an hour is up. That'd be nice. Okay, I'm hoping that this hole will be the same size. Hold still. Whoops. Not quite. Alright, let me get a highlight. Let's see if I can disguise it again somehow. What can I put behind that to... just trying to think if I could stick something a little bigger around. I could do something like that, actually. See what happens. I don't know. Let's see if it looks okay. These are one of those kind of journals that you can practice. Oh, come on. You know, this hole is never big enough. Come on. And this paper back here is cardstock, so it's thicker. Oh my gosh, come on. It's just not going. You know, these close so nicely. That's why I keep struggling with them. There, once it goes. Because I like the way that they close. Because they're the little, the size here is not very much left. So when you punch it on this, on something that's thin, you know, or, you know, paper, most paper is pretty thin, oops, let's try it this way. It will, it doesn't have enough room to spread out. See how it's spread out? If you use one with a longer, I don't know what you would call that, leg or stalk or whatever, and it's not long enough, I mean, it's too long, then it gets all wonky out here because it's too big. So, just a tip. And this is somewhat off. I can't fix it now. Start of my life. Okay. I wonder if I could use this. Okay, let's see. I was thinking if I put this in here like so, and I bring it back through like this. Can't really cut it yet. And then that's driving me crazy that it's crooked. It just looks, okay, so I think I'll do it this way, I think. No, don't. I think I need to put it under, like that. Come around and tie it up here. And that'll be glued down to the page, but it can be untied. And just, you don't even have to untie it, honestly. It just looks cute that way. All right. Does it look as crooked now? Yeah, it still looks crooked. Let me see here. It's only off just a little bit. Now that I put the let's see if I can't. Does it look more even now? I can cut that away. How can something look so crooked when it's only off just a hair? Wonder if I cut that edge. If I cut this, would it look straighter? I don't know. I think it looks a little better. All right, let's just, let's see, which way did I go? Down? Like that. Okay, that's not very straight. All right, let's get this bird on here. Now he's not fitting. Take this out of the way. I'm gonna take this off. Whoop! Stab myself. Okay, and I was going to use some of this. And so that kind of makes 3. And I wanted the 1962. I'm sure you guys are saying, do it here. That's what I do. When I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, leave that. Sometimes it works. They do. Sometimes no. But it all turns out in the end. Oh my goodness, I just can't see anything. Maybe I should put another circle up there. Another little black circle. Kind of ties it in a little bit. And then I don't think I want something down there. So, okay, let's paper underneath this because I laid this down and I didn't want it, so I pulled it up and it took all the background paper. which I thought was great. Okay. Seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you, but don't know what it is. I was going to show a little bit of my cross stitch that I'm working on. I'm just going to put that there and hope for the best. And we'll put him here. Or maybe I'll make him closer. The tie's going to come right over the back of him, though, which that'll be okay. Oh, my next plan for a journal was, well, I wanted to do something with like lace or something like that, but I was thinking about trying something like botanical. So I'll show you one page that I printed out. Okay, so when I downloaded it, I thought it was a different person because I had ordered two different digitals. And so their names are mixed up. So I hope I have the right name to the right. You know, I put it in the computer and everything under the wrong name. Okay. Then I tried to go to Linktree and put it in, and I guess I don't know how to do Linktree anymore. It's just not there for me. Just doesn't go where I want it to. I don't know what they're trying to get me to do. So I want something else. I don't know what. Okay, let's see if we can cut this guy down a little bit and ink it. This was made by Lisa. Sent me some hand-drawn things of hers. This is part of hers too. I kind of like that brown with it. Let me cut this off a little bit more. I've got to put away my rainbows and dogs. That was fun. I don't know what I'll do with them, but they were fun. I want to find, I've been looking for some kind of umbrella or something to use on the digital, or a digital of it. Okay, so I think I like that. No, so I was just going to glue this in. Okay. So I wonder, do we want a tab on here to pull it out with? I kind of like that. I just feel like we need something else. Like, we could get one of these bigger birds in here somehow. And where's 1962? Which doesn't seem that far back. When did they land on the moon? what was the moon? I think that was like 1962. And now today, or yesterday, I guess it was launched. I didn't watch the launch. I'm so bad. Everybody in the world's probably watching it. I was watching something totally different. I already saw it once, you know, in 1962, probably. Not sure when it was. I think it was, I know it was in the 60s, but I don't know the exact date. If it was 1962, I was 12 years old. And that was the year my sister was born. So I don't know. I don't know, should I round the corners or anything? I think I'll just leave it. Some glue on this. This little cardboard that I have was from a cross stitch that, oh, I should have sewed around it. Yeah, I'll have to come back and do that. Anyway, it was on a cross stitch. It was like, there was a pattern for a flower, and I thought, well, if I do that, that'll be cute, and I can use it in a journal, but it was not cute. So I'm just going to put this down here. Okay, so 1962. I'll do it right there. I don't remember where these birds came from. If anybody's interested, just leave a message on the comments. Don't forget to comment anyway, and subscribe and like, all that good stuff. Helps my channel grow. I'm going to go up a little bit higher there and try to get between the 6 and the 2. Alrighty, so I think I just need a little clip off of this. Just give it a little more character there. Alright, did I forget anything else? I don't think so. Is it going to catch on that? Alright, so I'm going to put it this way. So I'm going to glue this down. And I don't think I'd get a heavier glue or stronger. I want to straighten out my glue situation too. I gotta refill bottles. I gotta see what glues I have that I still have before I jump on and buy new bottles. Okie dokie. Get that as far on that as I can. Probably shouldn't have put glue at that end. Okay, well, Whoops. Just try and get that straight. Well, now I've done it too. So I made one just like the other ladies. I don't remember who else was making one. There was somebody that I usually, you know, watch once in a while, so I thought I would remember. Okay, well, now it still looks crooked, but I don't understand why. Unless it's that extra circle I put there. Spin that down a minute, see. No, it's just definitely crooked. Definitely crooked. Oh well, I'm going to leave it. Let me get this on here. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little section. And still have a few things to do. Now this one here, we're going to need a journal card for inside there that will show up in the window. But that's it for today on this. It's rather crooked. Yeah, it's just full on one end. What I want to show you. This is the digital that I downloaded. It's called Botanical Vintage Flowers, I think. And there's 40 pages in this kit, and it was like I don't know, $1 something or $2.39 or something like that. So I got it, which I like it, but I'm gonna have to be selective on the pages because, for instance, this one here is like, we would cut them out and put them on there. And I think it would be better to actually have that to put in there and not, you know, anyway. Then I thought I could cut this out, cut around it, and let me see here. How much time do I have? Oh, I'm already out of time. All right, well, it's going to be a little later. Okay, so I'm going to cut this out. I like how she did the background. You know, the botanical florally one color background. I was hoping this wasn't going to be tedious to cut. So anyway, I think you'll see what I mean if I let me just see how this looks. Let's just cut this a little bit off. Could have ripped it off. So if I took this and put it on, you know, a blank page, that would be kind of cool. So I was thinking I could do that with this kit. Once I only printed one page. This is a background page, which I thought was fairly nice too. You know, coffee dyed looking page. And then there's a bunch of other ones. But I don't think there's any ephemera with it, like pockets and stuff. These days, I don't know, people just don't do the whole thing. They do, well, they do, but in most cases they sell them separate. I don't know where all these birds were. I must have had them in something. Alrighty, so I'm going to let you guys go. If you want to stay a little bit, I'll show you what I'm working on. This is the cross stitch that I'm doing, and I would like to get this done by July 4th. I don't know if I will. It's a lot, but it's Croquette Go-Go cross stitch chart, and I don't know, you can get it at 123 Stitch would have it. And I'm stitching on a 35 count linen, and I'll show you. And like I said, it takes a long time, and I don't know how much you can see. I've got kind of wrinkled. But I am only, here, let me take this off. I am only halfway through. And I've been doing this since before Christmas, I think. So I have, see this flower line going across here. I have all this to do still. I'm right here at this little house. So I hope it doesn't take as long, because this guy here took me forever. Because for every stitch I put in, I had to take one out, you know, because it was wrong. So I could also see here that I missed a few. I missed this whole row of stitching, but I can go back and do that. So it's not absolutely 100% correct, but it looks pretty good. I've got more arrows to put on this side, but I just get tired of stitching the same thing, so I like to move around if I can. And like in here it says the 4th of July 1776, and that's not going to be fun for me. I just don't like to do words. This one wasn't too bad, but anyway, so I hope you enjoy just taking a look at my little projects going on. This is my time when I relax, sit down and have tea, or I work on it in the morning after I look at all the comments and answer comments. Then I work on my cross stitch. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna let you go. It's been a long video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And is there anything else I need to say other than, you know, push that like button? I'm gonna make some more of these ruffles. I saw a video on how she did them, so I'm gonna see if I can make some. Okay, and this is just a little bit too much out there. I think I'm gonna have to take it off. Well, I don't know. It's got a hole right there, so I was going to put a charm on it. All right, I'm going to let you go. Have a great day. Bye.